Hi everyone, in this video we're going to go over activities, how you can create them, and how you can RSVP to them. This video assumes that you're already signed up with the Actify platform. If you aren't, please look at our tutorial video for getting started with the Actify if you need information on how to get started with the Actify. So when you log into the app.goactify.com page, you'll land on what's called the home page. In the home page, you'll be able to view right away all upcoming activities. These activities can also be filtered by their interests, whether they're associated with a group, and their date type. And also you can view activities for a particular day. So clicking on the left here in the calendar, on the 13th, we can see there's a curling event. Clicking on the 14th, we can see there's 2 events there. So that's how you view activities. If you want to know more information about a particular activity, you can click into that activity. So let's click into Monday Night Comedy Club, which I've already RSVP'd to. I can see my RSVP status. I can see the date and time of the event. I can see who else is going by clicking the who's going button. I can see the location of the event. If there's no location, there'll be a location poll, which you'll be able to vote on. And you can also view details about the event under here and add comments to the event, should you so choose. If I go back to the home page, I can see, let's RSVP to another event. So disc golf, I can see other users. I think I'd like to disc golf, so I'll say going, and I can see my status is immediately updated to going for the event. I'll see myself listed under the event attendees, and if I click into the event, I can see I'm listed as going. I RSVP'd using these buttons, but I can also RSVP clicking the buttons in the actual activities page. So that's how you view activities that exist and decide whether you want to RSVP or not. Also on the home page, you can create your own activity. So let's do that together now. I'll click the create activity button. This is the workflow you'll do to create your own activity. So let's click the create activity button. We'll call our activity test activity 1. We'll specify a maximum attendance of 10 people. Automatically, when you create an activity, you will be specified as the host. You can specify a gender type. So what this does is if it's open to everyone, no matter their gender, will be able to view the activity. If they are male exclusive events, only male users will see the activity listed in the home page or elsewhere in the activity app. Female, same thing. Prefer not to say. Everyone will be able to view the event as well. Activity type, but you do have to specify this. So we'll make this activity open to everyone, and the activity type, let's add an activity. You can click any activity that already exists. If it doesn't, you can add an activity. So let's, for this one, we'll say category will be other, and the activity will be activity test. And that activity type will automatically be added to your activity. If you make a mistake and add an activity type that you don't actually want attached to your event, you can cancel it out by clicking the X button. You'll have to create a description. So let's create a description. This is a test activity for tutorial purposes. Once this section of the new activity workflow is done, you can click next. In this page, you'll specify the privacy settings for the activity. So invite only users you invite to the activity will be able to see this activity. No other users within Actify will be able to see it. If it's company only those other users that are in the same company or group as you will be able to see the activity. And if it's publicly visible, all Actify users will be able to see this activity. So let's make it publicly visible. And as well, this is optional. You can invite colleagues at this step. You can also invite them later if you don't invite them now. Let's do it as an example. We'll invite Scott, test user, to this activity and click next. In this page, you'll specify a location or enable the location poll. The location poll is basically a poll on the activities page where other users can add suggested locations, and you can also vote on any suggested location. So the owner of the event can then use that information to decide the location for the event. We won't do the poll this time. Let's just say this event will be at Kelowna Downtown Library and click next. Here you can specify the date type. Single date is an activity that happens once on a single date. Date range would be a multi-day activity. For example, if your activity is camping for the weekend, you would have it over the course of 2 days. You'd need to use the date range type for this. Recurring activity types would be activities that repeat weekly or monthly for a specified period of time. So if you have for a month, Tuesdays, you're doing trivia, you'd use the recurring date type, choose the start date, end date, and which days the activity applies to and what times on those days the activity uh, applies to. What this does is create multiple unique activities with the same information you provided in this workflow for each of those dates that the recurring activity happens on. For the tutorial, we'll stick with a single date. We'll say on February 28th, we'll do this activity, and 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. is fine. We'll do a full day activity. Lastly, you're able to upload pictures for the activity. You don't have to in this step. It is helpful because the first photo you upload will be the thumbnails, just like the ones we see in the activity list, but not required. So as an example, we can upload an image. We'll just choose to upload the Actify logo. And that's it. Once you publish, let's publish the activity. The activity will show up in the feed of activities. So we can see Saturday, February 28th, we have test activity 1. We can see the description for the activity and who's going. We can see we invited Scott test user, but he hasn't yet accepted. That's it. For any more information, feel free to check out our help documentation under the eyeglasses, and feel free to reach out to your Actify admins for any other questions that haven't been answered there. Thanks.